Not that part of you is bowing before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and part of you is turning, no, 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 I am not going to submit. That is the case if you are accepting some of the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and rejecting the others. You should bow before your Lord in one piece, in totality. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu udkhulu fi silmi kaffa. Enter Islam in totality. Not keeping any part of your life, any aspect of your life, away from it, exempt from it. قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ تَزَكَّى وَذَكَرَ اسْمَ رَبِّهِ فَصَلَّى. Verily, successful will be the only one who has purified himself. And then he remembers the name of his Lord and then prays. وَذَكَرَ اسْمَ رَبِّهِ فَصَلَّى. And this is actually the picture of Salatul Jummah. In the khutbah, there is the reminding, there is the zikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the admonishing, and then you pray 2 rakat. So this is the picture of Jummah. In this way, actually, I am telling you that there is a reason why the Prophet ﷺ used to recite this surah in the prayer of Jummah. بَلْ تُؤْثِرُونَ الْحَيَاةَ الدُّنْيَا. This is essentially the basic disease with which we are suffering. But you are preferring the life of this world. This world which is very near at hand. Akhirah seems to be far away. Ab to aaram se guzarti hai, akhirat ki khabar khuda jaane. So you are thinking about this world. Bal tu'sirun al-hayat ad-dunya. Here again I want to point out that disbelieving in akhirah, that is going very far off. Dalla dalalam ba'ida. Who says there is no akhirah, there is no resurrection, there is no ba'as ba'd al-maut, nothing of this sort. Well, he has gone very far away astray. فَقَدْ ضَلَّ ضَلَالًا بَعِيدًا. But one says, I believe, but he is preferring this life. That is out of sight. Out of sight, out of mind. All our endeavors, striving, running hither and there, day and night, thinking about, planning about this world, this worldly life, its needs. بَلْ تُؤْثِرُونَ الْحَيَاةَ الدُّنْيَا وَالْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ وَأَبْقَى. While akhirah, hereafter, is much better and also lasting one. This is temporary abode, everybody knows. At least this thing is known to every person. Is there any person who can say, I will not die? What does it mean? I have to go from here. This is not my permanent abode. I have to go from here. But we want to keep this even idea of death away from our mind, conscious mind. As if we are saying to ourselves, the death is for others only, not for me. I have to live here. As you know, Quran says at 2 places. This was the condition of the Jews. That each one of them wants to live for 1,000 years. The love of this life. And because there's time, let me quote the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yushiku an yati ala nas zamanun. I fear a time will come when the nations of the world will call each other upon you, O Muslims. Just as when a feast is ready, so then people are called, okay, come and have the meals. In this way, the nations of the world would call each other on you. The Sahaba, they were very much surprised. Amin qillatin nahnu yawmaidhin ya Rasulullah. O Messenger of Allah, shall we be on that day very little in number? He said, no, bal antum yawmaidhin kaseer. Your number will be very great. 1.5 billion. But you will like, Ghusaw Sahel. When a flood comes, there is some, froth over. You will be like that froth and nothing else. Why? because there will be a disease in you, which is called Vahan. Lakinna fikum Vahan. Then the companions asked, what is this Vahan? We have never heard of this disease, Vahan. The Prophet said, Hubbud dunya wa karahiyatul maut. The love of this world and the fear of death. Running away from death. When this will overcome you, then you will be like a very, so tasty fodder for all the nations of the world. Inna hadha lafis suhufil ula. Verily, this very teaching was in the ancient scriptures also. All the ancient scriptures, whether they were of Nuh or of Ibrahim, this point was central. That this world is temporary, the real life is the life of the hereafter. So of Ibrahim wa Musa, in the scriptures of Ibrahim and Musa, alayhim as-salatu was-salam. Barakallahu li wa lakum fil Qur'an al-azim, wa nafani wa iyyakum bil ayati wa zikr al-hakim. Allah